Does the color of your fly make a difference? What about blue? There's a blue dragonfly, but I've never pulled a blue bug out of the water. I saw a picture of a blue-looking mayfly nymph, but there are articles that say that blue sometimes triggers trout to strike even when nothing else will. And in cold weather, you gotta try a blue fly. We're going to tie 3 of them over the next 3 videos: a Glen River Bluebead Midge, Charlie Craven's Deep Blue Tongue, and Dan Quattro's Little Blue Fly. The last fly I'm going to tie in this series of blue midges is called a Poison Tung, T-U-N-G as in tungsten. It's a 2mm tungsten bead on a 2488 DMC hook. It's gray unithread, 8/0, and you might try this with 6/0, just depending on the size of the hook, and I don't know, you might get a different result, better result. This original recipe called for a Tung or Tung wire, uses a blue ribbing wire, and I just, the blue Tung I can't find anymore. I know our distributor doesn't carry it anymore, but it had more of a kind of a light blue sheen to it, and I don't know if you can see the difference there. This is a 2mm ice blue wire from Semperfli, and this is just a small blue wire from UltraWire, UTC UltraWire. And so I'm going to tie this with the UTC UltraWire because I think that's what most people will probably have. But if you have to buy a wire for this, to me, the Tung wire that's in the photos that I've seen looks a little bit lighter blue than this. And I don't know if the trout will know the difference, but hey, you and I will. So if you want to try that out, the Semperfli, that's the 0.2mm wire. So I've got the bead on the hook in the vise, and I've started out my thread base. And the back, I'm going to put this underneath right after I hit the bend. And I really want to keep the wire on my side or underneath. I'm just going to wrap back into the bend a little bit. Then I'm going to come forward and cover that wire up as I finish out the body. And I need to it's up to you whether you want to make another pass. This is the reason I said I might try the 6/0. It's because I found that I get a little show through a wire, and I've tried this putting the wire against the hook shank, and I still get that little tip where I can see a little blue through it. And so I've been putting a second coat, so to speak, of thread over this. And then once that's done, I'm going to bring the ribbing up the fly in evenly spaced turns, 4 or 5 turns until I get to the head. Then when I get to the head, I'm going to take 3 wraps to anchor it and 2 wraps in front. And I'm going to crimp the wire down and helicopter it off. And after that, the last material is Ice Dove, Hairline Ice Dove in UV gray. And I just need a little pinch of this. And I will say, if you have trouble getting this on the thread like you want it, try some dubbing wax. It does not compress well. Ice dubbing doesn't compress well. But with a little wax on the thread, it'll stick to the thread and do pretty well. You don't need, as you can see, that's about 1 inch worth. You don't need a lot. And then once we have that over, do a quick couple of 3-turn whip finishes. And if you want to pick or brush the collar out, some people like that look a little bit better. You can use your dubbing teaser to make it a little more buggy. And that is the